Very good morning, dear children. Today we will continue with chapter 15, Life Processes in Living Organisms. Now, in the last class, we had completed with transportation. Today we will learn about excretion. Many harmful and waste substances like ammonia, urea, uric acid, they are produced in living organisms. If these substances accumulate in the body or if they remain in the body for a long period of time, it can lead to serious harm or it can even lead to death. That is why it is very important to remove harmful and waste substances from the body. Different organisms have different methods of doing this. So, this process of removal of waste or harmful substances from the body is called as excretion. In unicellular organisms, the waste materials are directly eliminated across the cell surface, whereas the process of excretion in multicellular organism is complex. Let us start by learning about excretion in plants. Excretion is simple in plants as compared to that in animals. There is no special organ or any system for excretion in plants. Gaseous substances they are given out by diffusion like this. Most of the waste substances of the plants they are stored in vacuoles of the leaf cells. Sometimes they are stored in the bark of the tree and sometimes in different parts of the plant. After some time, these parts in which the waste are stored, they fall off. Some other waste materials are stored in old or worn out xylem cells which will be in the form of resins or gum. Okay. Some waste materials are also given out through the roots into the surrounding soil. You must have seen elephant's foot, which is also commonly called as suran. You must have seen your mother cutting it, and many a times what happens after cutting the hand, there is itchy feeling or it starts itching. Why is this happening? Is mainly because in these plants the waste materials they are present in the form of crystals of calcium oxalate, they are also called as raphides, and they are needle shaped. So what happens is that they prick and they cause irritation to the skin. Many waste materials of the plants are useful to humans, as we have already told, given two examples: gum, resin, rubber, etc. Now, in humans, there are different organ systems for different processes. We have digestive system for digestion, respiratory system for respiration. Similarly, one such system that is used for excretion is the excretory system. The human excretory system consists of a pair of kidneys, that is right and left kidney, a pair of ureter, the urinary bladder. The kidney are bean-shaped structures that are situated on either side of the vertebral column. Urine is formed by the kidney. It separates the waste and the unwanted excess substances from the blood. So, to put it in simple words, it's basically the filtration unit of the excretory system. The functional unit, which is actually doing the filtration, is the nephron. Now, there are approximately 10 lakh nephrons in each kidney. We have approximately 5 liters of blood in a healthy human body, and this blood is filtered by the kidney 400 times every day. So what happens is that the nephron, basically it has a cup like thin walled upper part which is called as the Bowman's capsule, and then it has a network of capillaries which is called as glomerulus. Now this glomerulus of this network of capillaries basically acting as a filter, and it filters out the waste. Now when you say waste, it can be the urea that is produced in the liver, or it can be any similar substances that are produced which are actually in the blood. So the capillary is filtering that and it sends the waste into the Bowman's capsule. Let us look at that. So if you see, there is blood passing through the glomerulus and the waste is moving into the Bowman's capsule. So the waste that is there, that is moving into the Bowman's capsule. Okay. Now, once the waste is moving into the Bowman's capsule, whatever solution is accumulating in that cavity, it then passes through the tubular part of the nephron. Okay, so all the waste is continuously moving, and that is how the urine is being formed, which is full of the waste materials. Okay, this urine then passes from the entire tube and it is carried by the ureter. Okay, so from the ureter it is going to move into the urinary bladder. Okay, now this urinary bladder, it is a muscular organ and it is under the control of the nerves. That is why we are able to keep a control over the process of urination. Okay, now the kidney filters 190 liter of blood every day, from which 1 to 1.9 liters of urine is formed. Okay, the remaining liquid is reabsorbed. Now, this excretory system or the excretion process is very, very important in humans, and it is very important that the kidney functions properly. But many a times the efficiency of the kidney can get affected when there is any injury or when there is infection or the blood supply is not adequate. In such cases, the toxic substances start accumulating in the body, but this can even lead to death. That is why when the kidney fails, at that point of time, all the waste have to be separated from the blood, and this is done with the help of a man-made machine. The process of separating the nitrogenous waste from the blood with the help of this machine is called as dialysis. In this, as you can see, the blood from the patient is passed through. It is allowed to go through this dialysis machine. Now, the blood that is passing. So if you see here in the picture, you have blood coming out. On the right hand side, if you see, blood out is written. So it's actually taken from the person. It goes through the dialysis machine. Now what is happening in the dialysis machine? There is a fluid which continuously moves in and out. Okay, now what happens, I will tell you. Whenever this blood is passing through the machine, the liquid also is passing through it. As the blood passes through it, all the waste that is there in the blood, that moves into the liquid which is continuously circulating in the dialysis machine. And as it moves out of the dialysis, the blood is getting purified. This purified blood is again put back into the same human. Okay, so it's just like whatever the kidney is doing, we are arranging it, or we are doing that same filtration outside the body of the person. All right, so this is how it happens. If you see on the left hand side, that is where your blood is passing. In the middle you have the filter and you have the dialysate. Now what is happening? Dialysate is nothing but it is the fluid which I told you, that the fluid is continuously circulating. So if you see, when the blood is passing through, what is happening to the waste? The waste is moving into that fluid which is continuously circulating, and this blood is actually getting purified. So here, as you can see, blood is moving through the dialysis machine, and after it's passing through it, it is the new or the purified one is again put back into the same human. Okay, so filtration that is normally done by the kidney, in dialysis we are doing it outside the human body. That is the only thing you have to remember. Okay, I hope this topic is clear to everyone. It's a very simple topic, it's interesting also. Okay, so go through the text and you have to read the pages from 165 to 168. Okay, in the next class we will be learning in detail about coordination. Thank you.